When it comes to Scorched Earth, rat holes are hidden everywhere, so we proudly present top 3 rat holes with full base designs for smaller tribes. Coming at number 3, this first rat hole can be found at 52.1 latitude and 28.9 longitude, and then here it is on the map. Now these rat holes are all the exact same. They're all inside of these little spike pillars. There are actually 11 of them on the map. There's quite a bit of them. However, all 3 of them do have a different layout inside. So just gonna say that now. So if you're looking to build it in one of these, go for it. If not, go ahead and skip this video and go check out a different rat hole. Anyways, this first rat hole, as you can see, it is a pretty decent sized one. Only issue with this rat hole is that it is very much angled in here. So building in here is going to be a little bit trickier. You don't have as much room back here to work with. However, it's leading all the way back and down, meaning if you put a turret wall pretty far back in here, it's going to be a pretty difficult raid. Now here is the full base design. So as you can see with this X here, I decided to go ahead and put a pretty good size turret tower on the top of this thing. Now this one, I'm just going to say this now, every other one of these has a turret tower on the outside. It's the only way to defend these. If you guys can find a different way, go for it. But at least to me, this is the most powerful thing to do for a smaller tribe. It's a good sized turret tower. However, it's not like insanely big. So anyways, coming inside of here, we have a lot of turrets that are kind of just hanging out on the walls. This is just going to stop any players from trying to drop in. You do have a second entrance over there. However, you cannot squeeze all the way back into here. So the only way to truly get over here is actually through the top. So anyways, coming over here, I decided to go ahead and push the turret wall a little bit in. And I will say this now, I may have pushed it a little bit too close. So if I were you, I'd push it back slightly. Only because of like stuff like the cluster grenades and all that. You do not want them accidentally slipping past and then getting caught and then it blows up part of the wall. So again, make sure to push this back slightly if you can. Or you can build it however I build it. Just know now, these rat holes are nice and hidden. However, upon this video coming out, I mean, everyone's going to know that these things are here now. So they're pretty noticeable rat holes too, so just gonna say that now. However, these things are very, very overpowered if you do know like what you're doing here. So as you can see, coming inside here, we have a nice little area to start with over here, which is the vault wall right on the right. There are 4 vaults there along with a indie grinder. Then over here you have your refrigerator, some smithies, chem benches, fabricators, you know, all your good stuff for a full base to function. You even got 2 indie forges in here as well. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there's not a ton of room in this first one. However, again, this is for smaller tribes, so, you know, 2, maybe up to 4 people. I mean, you guys can comfortably fit in here. There's plenty of stuff in here. I mean, 2 indie forges I think is perfect. Good amount of vaults. You even have a little hatchery area over here. It's not too big, but I don't think you're going to be raising too many dinos in here. Anyways, coming upstairs, you just have an entire little vault area along with some beds. It's nothing too crazy. So yeah, if you're looking for a nice little hidden rat hole to build in, this is an okay one. I just wanted to just show the difference between the 3 different types of these. So this is the first one. Let's move on to number 2. Coming at number 2, this next rat hole can be found at 52.9 latitude and 26.7 longitude. This one can actually be found literally right next to the opposite rat hole that we just did. So this rat hole is a little bit of a different kind of style. So upon coming in here, as you can see, there's not a ton of room straight away on the front entrance. This is the only one that is like this on the map, I believe, and that's because of a terrain issue. However, this terrain issue made a pretty crazy rat hole. So defending the inside of this is going to be very, very tricky. I'm just going to say this now. It's going to not be an easy task because you really can't fit a turret wall in here. However, this allowed it to form this pretty insane crouch entrance back here. So coming back into the left-hand corner, I don't know why I went down here. For some reason, I just went into the wrong little spot, but it is actually up in here. This is big enough to fit a player in, nothing else though. And you have to crouch to get in here, and even in some spaces, it's so tight that you get caught on it. So coming into here, it opens up into this massive room. Now the room is not like insanely big, I'll say this now. It's a good sized room. Gonna have to build multiple layers in here for it to work. I don't know if an indie forge is gonna work, so this might require regular forges, which if it does, it's gonna suck. However, I've built mini bases that can function off of regular forges. Just indie forges just really speed things up quite a bit. So I'm sure we'll figure out what to do here, but again, if there's no indie forge on the inside, you're gonna unfortunately have to build it on the outside. That's just the only way that this rat hole is gonna work. Now here is the full base design. So as you can see, I decided to keep that same turret tower on the outside. It's a good tower. I mean, it'll really stop a lot of players from really even messing with you in the first place. I mean, whenever somebody sees that turret tower, it's gonna kind of annoy it a little bit. So these turret towers, yes, they're not built to like survive. However, it's gonna keep people back for a good amount of time. I mean, it's got about 30 turrets around it and on it. It doesn't look like it, but it actually is. And then on the inside, you have a couple turrets that are just kind of hanging out in here. I put a little bit less because I wanted to put more turrets on the inside. Now this inside, you guys can judge me all you want, but in my opinion, doing spam turrets is better than a turret wall or a turret tower on the inside of these the super tight rat holes. So all I did, tons of spam. I put a nice little double wall right here, not a double wall, a double door frame wall, my bad, to stop a lot of people from being able to throw out any dinos in here. And overall, I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's going to stop a lot of players. It's going to really set some people back. It's going to be a pretty difficult raid. Having all these turrets in here, I mean, you really can't go wrong with it. And guess what? It's simple to build. All you're doing is just spamming some turrets. This is exactly 100 turrets, including that turret tower on the top. Tons of bear traps as well, because bear traps are annoying to deal with. Don't know why there's a bug there, but what's up, little bro? And then anyways, coming back in here, you know, I wasn't really able to fit anything. I mean, a heavy turret can't even fit in this little crouch entrance. Now coming into here is your main base. So upon entering, yes, you can fit through here, barely. First of all, you have a dead body just chilling on the floor right there. You got your fabricators, smithy, your chem benches, a bunch of vaults. You know, it's pretty tight, so it's a little bit hard to work with. I tried to fit as much as I could in this tight little area. It does work decently. Now, this is for a smaller tribe. I'm thinking like maybe 1 to 2 players, depending on the server rates and all that. And then coming upstairs is all of your forges and your beds. I just put some refining forges in here. Again, this is meant to be upgraded, so this is just kind of like a starter area. But overall, it does work out pretty well. And I'm just gonna say this now, you will need an indie forge, so make sure to invest in one of those. Coming at number 1, this next rat hole can be found at 43.1 latitude and 44.2 longitude, and then here it is on the map. Now this is definitely the best version of all of these little spikes. Again, like I said, there are 11 of them on the map, at least from what I've counted. They are all good rat holes except for one, but this is the best one because it is sitting horizontally, which means you have a ton of room in here. So defending this entrance is going to be a little bit easier because you don't have to place things on an angle, which is going to allow for a bigger turret tower. Now, personally, if I were you, I'd build a massive skeleton tower on the outside, but I wanted to leave a little bit of room for more turrets on the inside because I feel like that's stronger. So having more turrets on the inside is just going to allow for a stronger overall base, because raiding inside of a place is much harder than raiding on the top, because on the top, I mean, you can stego drop, you can drop stuff pretty much anywhere, and it's easy to honestly take it down. So anyways, coming inside of here, you're opened up to this massive room, and I mean, this thing is absolutely enormous. So putting turrets in here is not going to be an issue for us at all. It's decently flat. It's not fully flat, so just keep that in mind. It's not completely flat. On the video, it does look fully flat, but it is slightly angled, which you can see right here. This is the angle of it. So overall, defending it's going to be pretty simple. I mean, you can easily fit indie forges in here, so that's not going to be an issue either. And overall, I think that we're going to be able to fit a pretty good sized base in here. So yeah, let's get on to that full base design. Now here is the full base design. So on the outside, I did another little turret tower. You know, it's the exact same one as the past two. So again, you're going to want to upgrade this, but again, it's just for starter players, so I put a bit of a smaller one for now. But I'm telling you right now, build a massive turret tower on the outside if you can. Coming on the inside, I decided to go ahead and push the turret wall back a good amount of space to make sure that people can't rocket run it, you know, doing anything crazy to it. It's pushed back far enough where the turrets can barely shoot the second that somebody enters, but they can reach it right there, so that it's like the maximum distance back. Anyways, you have a good sized turret wall right there. This consists of 100 turrets, including that turret tower on top. You got your entrance over here on the left. It is a nice little double door frame entrance right there. And then upon entering, I put some ramps right here just to kind of make it a little bit easier to go in and out. You have some vaults that are chilling up there, more vaults on the left, 2 chem benches. You also have your fabricators. Also, don't ask me how to access that other chem bench. I didn't realize that until now. Just get rid of one of the vaults. Anyways, you have 2 indie forges. You got 3 more vaults. You got 2 smithies that are chilling on the indie forges. A full cooking area over here along with your generator, some refrigerators, a preserving bin, and a feeding trough right there. You also have a full incubating area right here. Again, I put the ramps here because of how the terrain is built so that we can add more stuff. Coming up here, you have a massive vault room. So, I mean, that's pretty much all that you're really going to need. But anyways, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to leave a like if you're new and hit that subscribe button. And anyways, thanks for watching.